What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So as you guys know, I finished uh Resident Evil 4 Remake last night, and man, here is my review. 5 out of 5 toodles. Where do I begin? It was an amazing game. I had a lot of fun playing that game, and I do want to jump back and play hardcore, but I put up a poll and you guys want me to play finish playing Dead Space, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'll put up another poll when I'm done to see if you guys want me to go back to that or play something else. But anyway, I did not play the original, so I had no idea what to expect, which I think made it more exciting for me because I had no idea what I didn't want to read up on anything. I did see a few reviews. I did see some snippets, of course, the trailers and things like that. But I didn't want to go too deep into knowing anything else because I kind of wanted to just enjoy it. And a lot of you guys that come onto my stream, you guys know that when it comes to new games and stuff like that, I like to explore. I like to learn and just have the entire experience of the game, which is why, I always tell people in the beginning, I don't want any tips. I don't want no help. I don't want any advice unless I ask. Because I like to kind of run into things and see what this game is all about, the good and the bad. For me, this game was definitely a 5 out of 5 toodles. I do understand that there were some different things in this game than there was in the original, because this is a remake. Obviously it looked a lot better to me. Um, the graphics in this game were really, really good. There's some people who may disagree or agree, I don't know, but I don't go into the technicalities of these games. I'm not that kind of gamer. Um I don't sit here and tell you, hey, Leon didn't have enough hairs on his head for his hair to sway back and forth the way it should. You know what I like? I'm not that gamer. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you somebody had way too many wrinkles or the eyes were too young. Like, I'm not that girl, right? But I think there were a couple of things that I was just like, I didn't like that. Um, I'm trying to think what they were. Overall, it was different for me to see that because I did play two other Resident Evil games, and I guess when you go into the suitcase or when you go to craft something, it looks a little bit different. It's almost like a little chart. At first it was a little bit confusing because that's not what I was used to, but then as I saw it, it kind of helped me a lot to know exactly what it is that I needed to make certain things. So I definitely I learned how to appreciate that because I was just like, wait, what? This is really different compared to what I'm used to. But that was pretty cool. I will say, let's say, it was very creepy. I definitely had some jump scares for sure. There were some boss fights that I find were a little easier than I thought to beat. Like, you guys know, like, there was two times I think that I spent on a fight where I played like all like an hour or 2 hours on the same fight, and then I had to come back the next day. I think that happened twice. But then when I got to the ending part to fight Sadler, I didn't know that he had 3 stages. Um, that was really interesting. That was really interesting. At one point I was fighting a boss where I barely had any ammo. no first aid, like nothing. I had nothing and there was no way for me to find it. I didn't have enough money to buy anything else. Like, it was crazy, and I got through it anyway. And I was just like, I don't even know how I did it. Um so of course Ada is in this. I know Ada is also in oh my god, was it Resident Evil? I forgot which one was it that she showed up at the end to give um what's his name that weapon to finally take Mr. Eggs down. But anyway, I didn't know the story behind that. I guess apparently she shows up again later at some point and she has her own game. I didn't know that either. But anyway, there was a post credit scene where um she's talking to Wesker, and I guess this whole thing was they needed to finally get to Sadler's to get this amber, and she grabbed it, and her and Louise had this thing, but he died, so she took it with her. But then she didn't realize that Wesker really just wanted to take out millions of people, and she was not aware of that, so she changed her mind and she was doing something else. So I guess that's not the end of that. um but yeah, I guess a few things like I didn't like. I'm trying to think. Like I wouldn't say things weren't really hard to find. It was pretty easy. Reading the map was pretty easy. Um it's not like, you guys know how the other Resident Evil games where you go into the map and once you've cleared things it turns blue, like you shows you that it's clear. With this one, it doesn't turn color, but you see that there's certain doors that are red and then they turn blue, so I had to kind of get used to that. um I don't know if I missed anything really. Of course, you have these little side quests that you go on and you get things back if you complete them. There was a couple of them that I picked up that I didn't even complete. But I was okay. I mean, it's not something that I was just like, man. But other than that, there's nothing. I will say though, Ashley is a little annoying. She kind of like is in your way. In the beginning, she really annoyed me and she's always in the way. But towards the end, like I was just like, all right, Ashley's good for something. Like she helped Leon out, and she did her thing towards the end, so that was pretty cool. Um, I'm trying to think. The monsters or the zombies or whatever, that looked like they had, I don't know, fungus filled or whatever. Um, or Las Plagas, if that's what that was. There was some where I was just like, I felt like I was using too many bullets to take them down because it just wasn't taking them down. But I do know that the closer you are to them and the more powered up your weapons are, the better chance you have of taking them down. I do like the weapon choices that I had. There was two other ones that I had in my storage that I had no idea towards the very end that I had, and I never even used them, so they were a little bit pointless. I like that you can go to the shooting range and practice shooting. That was pretty cool. Um, I liked finding little treasures and things like that. So I'm sure I didn't pick up all of them. I'm sure that I missed a little something along the way. But it was really really good. I had a lot of fun, and there were, like I said, there were some bosses I feel like were harder than Sadler. Like I don't know, like I feel like that big giant monster thing that was in the middle of that village. I think if you guys remember my gameplay, I was like, what the heck is that breathing? It sounds huge. Like whatever that was. That was a little tough. Um the the one in the freaking dungeon with the freaking claws, that kept killing me so many times. I had to get used to figuring out how to kill it, and I finally got it. Um the one with what's his name? Oh my gosh. Salvador. Is it Salvador? You guys know who I'm talking about. The one that turned into something with all these tentacles or whatever. That was so annoying. That was one of the most annoying fights to me. That really, really annoyed me to the point where Tyrone had to help me because I was just like, you know what? Let me figure this out. Um, Let me see. But yeah, like the one with Sadler, like I gotta say, um, I didn't know that. Oh, one of the scariest parts for me was those things that come out of those bags being chased at. Y'all know I don't like the whole don't chase me, don't jump at me in the screen. Like I don't like stuff like that. Man, that was crazy. That was a crazy thing. The puzzles weren't bad. The only ones I didn't like were the ones on the computer where you had to connect the lines. But after a while, I kind of figured out like how it's counting down or whatever. So other than that, the puzzles weren't bad. So I'm really curious to know what the hardcore level is like. So I'll probably play that once I'm done playing Dead Space. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. And yes, there are more Resident Evil games that I will be jumping on. I did do one gameplay of Biohazard. So I'm definitely going to go back to that and finish that. Or maybe even just start from the beginning, just to kind of refresh myself. Maybe I'll do that. I'll put up a poll because you guys know I ask you guys all the time. But 5 out of 5 toodles for Resident Evil 4 Remake. I would definitely play it again. I had lots of fun with that. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you guys played Resident Evil 4 Remake. Let me know what you guys liked or didn't like with this new remake versus the original. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy my gameplay? Do you want to see me playing on hardcore level? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Hit like, share. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!